Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news. Alright folks, today we're diving deep into the current state of the San Francisco 49ers, a team that has been making headlines for all the wrong reasons lately. It's been a rough start to training camp, no doubt about it. When you look at the past few days, it's almost like a revolving door of injuries, and it's raising some serious questions about how prepared they'll be for the upcoming season. The 49ers, known for their resilience and depth, are facing a serious challenge right now with the number of players going down. It's not just a handful of injuries, it's a cascade that threatens to derail their training momentum. Injuries are part of football, absolutely, but when they start piling up early in camp, especially during a crucial period to gel as a team, it's a cause for concern. Let's start with the injury to their top wide receiver, John Jennings. You might know Jennings as a key piece in their receiver core, a guy who's been reliable, tough, and a favorite among fans for his gritty style of play. Well, just a few days ago, Jennings hurt his calf, and since then, he's been MIA from practice. The team hasn't released detailed info about his recovery timeline, but calf strains can be tricky, especially for a receiver who relies heavily on burst and agility. Missing out on practice, this early could impact his chemistry with Brock Purdy, especially as they try to build that rapport for the season. Jennings' role in this offense is vital, especially considering how much Shanahan's system depends on versatile, tough receivers who can make those contested catches. But it doesn't stop there. 2 days ago, the injuries kept piling up with Ricky Pearsall, and rookie running back Jordan James missing practice as well. Pearsall, who's in his second year, is coming back from a hamstring injury he suffered during phase 1 of the offseason, a setback that's kept him sidelined. Hamstring injuries can be especially frustrating because they tend to linger if not handled carefully, and that could mean Pearsall might miss some early preseason action. The team did say he was just having a rest day, but given the context, it's clear that the team is being cautious with him. As for Jordan James, a rookie out of Texas A&M, his absence was unexplained, which only adds to the concern. James is a promising talent, especially with his versatility as a runner and receiver out of the backfield, but right now, his health status is uncertain. Yesterday, the team took a breather, giving everyone a day off. But today, they're back on the field, and fans are watching closely to see which players are able to participate fully. That brings us to a critical point. The team's current injury situation is concerning, and it's clear that at least 2 of the injured players might not be ready for the preseason if they're able to return at all. The 49ers, always known for their depth, are now faced with a real challenge to fill these gaps quickly. Now, in a strategic move to address these issues, the 49ers just signed veteran running back Abdullah and veteran wide receiver Andy Isabella, according to Jordan Schultz. This is a clear indication that they're trying to bolster their depth, especially at the skill positions that are so crucial in Shanahan's offensive scheme. Abdullah, who's 31 years old, spent the past 3 seasons with the Raiders. Over the last year, he started 3 games, rushing 66 times for 311 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's a solid contribution, especially for a backup who can step in when needed. Yes, Abdullah isn't the flashiest back in the league anymore, but he's experienced, dependable, and versatile enough to fill in if Jordan James' injury turns out to be more serious than initially thought. And it's not just about filling in. The 49ers are in a bit of a bind at running back right now. Christian McCaffrey, who's been the centerpiece of their offense, arguably one of the most dynamic players in the league, probably won't see much preseason action, if any. McCaffrey's workload last year was heavy, and Shanahan tends to give his stars some rest during the preseason to keep them fresh for the actual games. Isaac Guerendo, who showed flashes last season, has had injury issues, making him a bit of a question mark. Then there's Corey Kiner, an undrafted rookie eager to prove himself but still very much a long shot to make the roster unless injuries hit the team hard. So, bringing in Abdullah makes a lot of sense. He provides that veteran presence, a reliable option who can help the team during these early months of the season, especially if James' injury turns out to be more than a minor setback. As for Andy Isabella, he's a different story. Once a promising second-round pick in 2019, Isabella was pegged as a potential slot receiver who could become a reliable two option in the passing game, maybe even a Cooper Kupp clone in the making. Unfortunately, that potential never quite materialized. In his NFL career so far, he's caught just 33 passes, and last year he played in the UFL trying to get back on track. Now at 28, he's on his fourth NFL team, and frankly, the odds of him making the 49ers 53-man roster aren't great unless injuries force their hand. Players like Russell Gage, who has shown consistency, might have a better shot than Isabella, but it's all about the depth and the competition at this stage. This injury situation is causing quite a stir among 49ers fans and analysts alike. It's not just about who's injured, but also about the team's ability to adapt quickly. Shanahan's system requires precise timing and chemistry, which can be disrupted when key players are sidelined early in camp. The team's medical staff is undoubtedly working around the clock to diagnose and treat these injuries, but the pattern of soft tissue injuries, hamstrings, calves, and other strains, has raised eyebrows. Why are so many young players going down? Is it the conditioning, the training methods, or just bad luck? These are questions that the team needs to answer fast, especially if they want to avoid a rough start to the season. Now, let's take a moment to talk about the bigger picture. The 49ers have been one of the most exciting teams in recent years, especially with Brock Purdy stepping up as a solid quarterback. The offensive line has been a strength, and their defensive front remains formidable. But the injuries threaten to slow down their momentum. The depth of their roster has been tested before, and while they've managed to overcome adversity in the past, it's never easy. The upcoming preseason will be critical, not just for evaluating talent, but for seeing how well they can overcome these early setbacks. It's about resilience, about the coaching staff's ability to adapt, and about these young players stepping up when it matters most. Looking ahead, the team's coaching staff will need to be strategic. They'll have to decide how much to push their key players in the preseason, especially those coming back from injuries. The signing of Abdullah and Isabella might seem like short-term solutions, but they could turn into vital pieces if injuries persist. And for the younger players, it's an opportunity to make a statement, to show that they belong in this league, even when adversity strikes. It's a true test of the team's depth and their resilience. And let's not forget the fans. 49ers Nation is known for its passionate support, and right now, that passion is being tested. Everyone wants to see this team succeed, to see Brock Purdy lead another charge, and to watch the defense continue to dominate. But injuries can be a real obstacle, and how the team responds will define their season. It's a long road ahead, but if history has taught us anything about the 49ers, it's that they're fighters. They've faced adversity before and come out stronger. The key now is how quickly they can rally, how well they can develop their depth, and how effectively their coaching staff can adapt to these challenges. So what's next? Well, the immediate focus will be on the health status of Jennings, Pearsall, and James. Their participation in upcoming practices and preseason games will be crucial. The team will also be monitoring how Abdullah and Isabella integrate into the system. It's a waiting game right now, but one thing is clear, the 49ers are at a crossroads. They have the talent, the coaching, and the experience, but injuries are testing their resilience. The NFC West is fierce, and every win counts, so every day in camp is a battle of its own. As fans, we'll be watching every move, every update, and every practice session. The preseason will be telling, and how the team adapts to these setbacks could shape their entire season. The 49ers have a rich history of overcoming adversity, from historic playoff runs to Super Bowl appearances. This year, it might be no different. They'll need that grit, that resilience, and perhaps a little bit of luck to get through this challenging period and set the stage for another deep playoff push. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the 49ers. Do you believe they can overcome these early injuries and still compete at the highest level? Who do you think will step up in the absence of Jennings, Pearsall, or James? And what do you expect from Abdullah and Isabella? Your insights are what make this community so passionate. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. We're in this together, and I'll keep bringing you the most honest, detailed coverage because that's what true fans deserve. Keep the faith, stay positive, and let's see how this story unfolds in the weeks to come.